Hi everyone, I'd like to share some awesome science resources with you that will help enhance your homeschool curriculum. The first one is It All Starts with a Seed, and this is a very basic introduction to how plants grow. So you have different things like fruit and vegetables. It talks about how the pollination process works. Really great book for younger kids. The next one in that vein is the USborn Book of Growing Food. This is a relatively new book, and this one just has simple step-by-step instructions to how to grow things like cucumbers or strawberries. Here's what the index looks like so you can see. This is great for if you're already doing your own backyard garden and you want to help, you want kids to know how to help out. See, there's an equipment page there. So it starts off with sprouting beans, peas in a pot. I'll turn this sideways so that you can see too. Mustard and cress, flying saucer squash, so all different things that they could participate in growing themselves. Next one I want to show you is the USborn Mysteries and Marvels of Nature. These books are amazing. So it talks about things like what sixth sense turns a shark into a deadly hunter. It talks about where do penguins keep their eggs, how does a lizard keep cool in the desert, all while showing these absolutely gorgeous photographs. These are the kind of books my kids pick up and are fascinated with for hours on end. We also have the USborn World of Animals, and this one, again, absolutely gorgeous photographs. Gives you a tour of the animal kingdom, takes you all over the place from the Himalayas to the jungles. And it just really awakens a sense of wonder in kids as they look at all these amazing things. So another fun book. And you can see it's got a nice flexible binding on here too. Next we have the Living World Encyclopedia. And for this encyclopedia, this is what it looks like. It's kind of an older style USborn book, but has lots of really great information in here. Again, it's similar to the last one that talks about things like why do leopards have spots, how do plants breathe. There's a classification section and a glossary in here too. Really great book. Another fun one to use for science is the USborn Complete Book of the Microscope. This one is the winner of the Roan Poulenc Junior Science Book Prize. And it's a really great introduction to the world of the microscope. It will show you pictures of cells. It will show you pictures of, what do we have here? Oh, an Antarctic rotifer over there. Things that I've never even seen before. I love these books because I always learn something new when I'm reading them to my kids as well. Another one you don't want to be without is Mysteries and Marvels of Science. So this one will talk about all different topics here, from why does ice float on water, to could tiny robots swimming in your blood keep you healthy? So different ideas and advances in science. We've got vibrations there as well. This one deals with, there's optical illusions in here, it talks about electricity, how to use light, computers. So lots of different topics in here that will be fascinating to your child. We also have several space resources that I don't want to take the time to go through today, but check out our website. If you search space or astronomy, you're sure to come up with all kinds of really fun results. So this is the USborn Book of Astronomy and Space. And it just takes you from space probes to different parts of the solar system. It'll talk about comets and asteroids. It'll talk about how to see different constellations. So you can see here star patterns. So this one's a really fun one if you've got a space lover or somebody that gets really interested in astronauts. Maybe they want to be an astronaut when they grow up. Lots of things for that. We also have the USborn Science Encyclopedia with nice QR codes here too. So it is internet linked. And this one has it all. It's got physics, it has chemistry, biology, all different kinds of earth science, astronomy. There's over 1,500 illustrations and diagrams. There's over 140 experiments that they can do out of this too. So this is a really great resource and one that I refer to weekly. So you definitely want this book. It's probably my favorite in the science section that we have. Next, I'm going to show you, speaking of reference books, we've got the Illustrated Elementary Science Dictionary. And this one's cool because it'll talk about biomes, it'll talk about things like recycling, so it kind of skims over a lot of topics, mixtures. You can see here's gravity, all with kid-friendly illustrations and simple, clear explanations. Let's talk about science activity books. If you are wanting to get hands-on with your kids, and who isn't, right? One of the reasons probably most of us are homeschooling. These ones are a lot of fun. So USborn science activities, we've got science with magnets, science with light and mirrors, science with water. If you want to save money, get all three of them combined in one volume. So here's volume 1. We have volume 1 science activities and volume 2 science activities. Gives you a little more bang for your buck. This is what the inside looks like, and it'll have all different experiments that they can do with the things that I mentioned. So here, there's an experiment with water power. And the thing I like about these are that they tend to use things you already have lying around your house anyway, which is great. There's nothing dangerous in here, just a lot of fun things for kids to do. My all-time favorite science activity book would have to be this one, 365 Science Activities. And on this one, so you've got a spiral binding here, which makes it easy to lay flat when you're using it. I'll give you a quick glance at the table of contents. Here are some of the neat things that you can do with this. So if your kid's interested in knowing what DNA looks like, or maybe they want to do experiments with paper and wood and water, this has a science experiment for every day in the entire year. So this would be a great supplement to any science curriculum. In fact, my science teacher husband has actually taken this to class and used some of the experiments out of it with his 7th grade life science class. They're simple enough that you could do it with younger children, or your older children could take this and have fun doing it independently as well. Another activity book I want to show you is This Is Not a Science Book. And it really does a good job of linking science with creativity. So it shows you how you can observe, draw, color, trace, and learn a lot about the world around you. So it's kind of a smart science activity book, especially for kids that think science is not very fun. We also happen to have This Is Not a Math Book, and This Is Not Another Math Book in this series as well. So you'll see it starts off talking about plants. I'll talk about the sun, but there's all these different activities that they can do. Again, we have more optical illusions to show them that science is actually a lot of fun. We've got phases of the moon. There's our skeleton. So really great book. In fact, even the flaps have activities on them. So this is a great buy. The last one I want to show you is called Scientist Academy. And this is in our Popular Academy series. We also have Engineer Academy, Astronaut Academy, Vet Academy, and Architect Academy. So with this one, again, even the flap is something to do. And this is a neat activity book. I'll show you what it's like here. Again, it has different activities, different experiments that you can do. It'll talk about, you can calculate your age on Mars, you can create a chemical reaction, lots of different things that you can do, famous scientists. But does a good job at making science accessible and fun for kids. So there's what that looks like. Thank you for joining me.